So we'll pass on to Fernando Salvetti.
Okay, hello everybody. Please, Gustavo, recall just how much time do I have?
Okay, so we'll have around 3-4 minutes,
okay.
and then a small discussion time. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. But I can be very quick and try to be easy enough. The keyword is visualization. The topic is checklist. So mnemonic and checklist visualization. Something like what is in my virtual back screen right now. Usually we use a checklist and mnemonics in a paper shape. Usually we have into our pockets, or we have somehow like attached to a trolley, an emergency manual. Let's say into the US, a very famous emergency manual is the Stanford so-called Red Book, and usually is attached to a trolley. Means touching paper, means opening a book, visually surfing into the book, trying to go to the desired page. Let's say, go to pneumothorax event. You are at page 3, you have to reach page 129. Not easy, and cognitively, sometimes it's very challenging. From a team perspective, it's not only a cognitive challenge, sometimes could be part of a fixation error, or sometimes could be not so easy sharing knowledge among team members. So what we did in Boston with the Center for Medical Simulation mainly, and in Italy, Milano, within the Polytechnic School, the design department, we started designing and redesigning several times checklists and mnemonics. First of all, to design something as a software, to skip the paper. Second, to try to redesign, taking into consideration cognitive overload situations, trying to keep really simple what we were trying to redesign. Means, for instance, if someone of you is familiar with the Stanford Red Book, the emergency manual, that is very interesting, is very rich. In our opinion, sometimes is too rich. Too many written words, too many pages, and an only way to reach your desired page, your desired checklist, by the flick of your hand. Could be very challenging, mainly into a OR setting. So basically, we redesigned 3 times the same checklist, following different multimedia partners and different graphic styles, trying to be easy to be understood by different people with different cognitive styles. And what we did, we started projecting onto walls or into screens, big projections, the checklist, and we allowed the simulationistas to interact vocally with the checklist, or to interact by gesture shaping, not necessarily by touching the electronic version. Thinking about vocal commands mainly into an OR setting could be better. At the end, we are still trying to compare and to understand what we are doing, because it is not easy understanding if we are doing something useful or not. By the way, and just in case you were interested, I can easily share images and a few recordings from our simulation setting. So in case of interest, you could take a look directly about what we are doing in terms of design, redesign, and knowledge visualization. In my opinion, it's all. I hope to having been able to make myself at least understandable a little bit. Please ask me if you have questions. I will try to provide answers.
Okay. Thank you, Fernando. That's a very interesting way to use cognitive aids, and I think does anyone have a question for Fernando or not? I think it's easier if we ask the questions right after the presentation. So if anyone has a question, because I have one. No? So I really find that interesting because, as you said, looking for books, for a huge book, the algorithm that you want, it's in a stressful situation, it's a nightmare for sure. My question is, what difficulties are you expecting from the clinical application? So if you're going to apply that in the OR, what difficulties are you expecting?
Many people, they do not trust at all on checklist. So first of all, why we should use checklist and mnemonics? Second, why in such a way? Could be counterintuitive, difficult, why we should project or display into monitors something that we can keep into our pockets. Third, the graphic design. So really, this is our focal point. Trying to understand if there is a better outlook, a better visualization, good enough for all the team, not only for someone from the team. Mm-hmm. So at least those three.
Okay. Thank you, Fernando.
My pleasure.
That was a great, it's a great project, and I'm looking for your application.